Everyone, we are back. The video paused for quite some time. I was trying to figure out what is going on. Is the network coming back? Is it not coming back? But we are back, and hopefully we'll get Lebogang back on the screen and on the line again very soon. Yes, yes, she's back. She's back. But it seems like the other one didn't record. Oh, yes, we're back. Oh, we are back. We're
Yes.
back. The video paused for quite some time. I was thinking that it's reconnecting and coming back until I noticed that nothing was happening.
You're sorry about that.
Yes. You know what we can do? Let's continue with our pageant journey and then we'll go back
Mm.
to everything else just to keep the flow of the interview nicely.
Yes.
Yes. So pageant journey, then you entered Mrs. Africa pageant where you won the Mrs. United Nations in 2020.
Yes. And
Yes.
the reason why I actually won that title was
Mm.
basically because I had been involved in a lot of community work,
Oh, nice.
community outreach programs, yes. And then, after that, then that's when I
Mm.
entered for Mrs. Universe Africa.
Oh,
So
wow.
the love for pageantry, it's actually, I think it's all about, the growth, putting
Yes.
yourself out there. Because
Yes.
when I look at myself from before pageantry until now,
Mm.
there's
Mm.
been a lot of growth in my life,
Mm.
self-discovery and, knowing your purpose in life, which is the most important thing.
Mm.
So
Mm.
with these platforms, what they
Wow.
actually do, they help a lot, actually. They help a
Yeah.
lot. They teach you to be resilient, They teach you to go out there, to fetch your life,
Mm.
fetch your dreams, to be unapologetic about who you are, what you stand for, what you
Mm.
believe. And one thing about it is that, when you know yourself, when you know who you are, you know,
Mm.
you are unstoppable, you are unshakable,
Yes.
you know your worth,
Yes.
and you stand your ground.
And you
So
stand your
yes, that's
ground.
basically why I
So,
have that love for pageantry.
for pageantry, and I guess that's what has been keeping you consistent with the pageant as well, because when you enter
Mm.
one it's like a bug that bites you, and then you enter another one, and then you enter another one, because
Yes,
you keep on, living out your purpose through all these assignments, and they enable all of that.
exactly.
Yes,
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 exactly. And
yes,
it's not about winning. It's
yes.
about your growth as a
Mm,
person. You look at yourself that,
mm,
this is how far I've come. This is where
mm,
I started. This is how I started my journey. This is where I am now. And when you start your journey, you already have your crown. You
mm,
don't need anyone to place that crown on top of you and tell you that you have won.
mm,
No. You know the battles you were fighting, your inner
mm.
battles. You know what you
Yes,
have overcome the whole
yes,
time during the journey. So that's why
yes.
I'm saying that it's about that crown that you are wearing. When you start the journey,
Mm.
you already have your crown on top of you, on your head.
Wow, that's really amazing, and I love how you put it as well. We once interviewed another person on the blog, and they explained the difference between modeling and pageantry as pageants give purpose to modeling. So
Mm,
purpose is never left behind when it comes to pageants, and that's the one
no.
thing we love
Mm,
as well from women like you, who give an entirely different meaning to everything else that we want to stand for in terms of women empowerment. And
mm,
now let's get to the technical stuff of pageants. Né?
mm,
It looks hectic. Like it really looks hectic. And having the resources for someone who is not working full time, and they're depending on their parents, still they're still a teen, still at
mm,
school and things like that. like, what are the underlying resources that people need to be aware of in terms of entering pageants? Because we don't want it to also be a close or niched market for people that have the resources or access to them. We want to open it up in order for them to live their purpose and do all the nice things and objectives in terms of pageants. So in your opinion, what are the underlying resources that one needs to actually enter a pageant?
You know, when entering a pageant, you have to be very strategic. Ne?
Eh.
You have to be strategic. Number one, your wardrobe, the clothing. You have to be
Yes,
strategic. You don't want to spend money on buying
exactly.
clothes and yes, you don't want to spend money on photo shoots and all of those. So that's why I'm
Mm,
saying that, pageantry, it teaches you to fight. You learn how to fight for things that you want. But even though
mm,
you're fighting for them, it's also for it also helps you. It's for your growth.
mm,
So you need to get sponsors. You have to know how to write that sponsorship proposal. Like there's a lot
mm,
of learning. The whole time you are learning, you are learning. Even when you're going out there, getting someone to sponsor something for you, to sponsor a dress, to sponsor,
mm,
to take shoots for you. Or if you have the money to, you can still do it because you are as long
mm.
as you know that it's an investment.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. You have to be strategic. You need to plan. You need to know that, all right, when I'm doing this, when I'm doing photo shoots, this is what I want.
Eh,
I'd love to be a brand ambassador for someone. And if you want to be a brand ambassador, you have to go the extra mile. You have to make some sacrifices,
mm.
but you must also be very strategic.
Okay.
So the resources you need, if you know someone if you've got a good phone that takes good pictures, use that. Use what you have.
Mm,
Use what you have. Be strategic, write everything
mm,
down. You need to plan your things. You need to plan. You need to have that vision board that this is what I want. This is what I'm
mm.
working for. Once you have that vision board, you see, you align yourself towards your vision. You always realign yourself towards your vision. That's how it works.
That's how it works. And then what role does social media play in these resources? Because we get a lot of young girls texting us, sending us DMs, asking for help with buying tickets or donations and things like that. So how would they use their access to the world via social media to be strategic, like you're saying?
Social media, it really helps a lot. It helps because
Mm,
now you are able to see, like you are able to go through the people's profile, the people that you know that this one might be able to help me. And
mm,
it's easier for them to connect you to the right people. And
mm,
it's obviously you send people messages, DM them, asking for help. Please assist me with
mm,
this. Some will help, some won't. But what I believe is that, if you ask for help, don't give up. Someone will
mm.
help you. The more no's you get, the closer you are to your yes. That's how it works.
That's how it
So
works.
social media,
And
it
so
helps
for
a lot.
for it helps a lot for the typical young girl who's from back at home, ko Mafikeng, ko Makgokgo, ko gae,
Eh,
locally ko motseng, and they want to start entering the pageant. So would they start by at least looking for Miss Mafikeng or Miss something, and then just start by collecting resources there and then working their way up,
mm.
or can they just shoot their shot and go for gold? What would be the best strategy there?
The best strategy would be that, they need to, you know, talk to someone who's already
Mm,
in pageantry. They'll need a mentor. You need a mentor. Somebody who's going to guide you, advise you, teach you.
yes.
And if it's someone in your neighborhood, maybe there was Miss Mafikeng or someone
Mm,
close. If they are able to connect to that person, they're able to, talk to that person, they should do it.
Okay, so mentorship is important. Ah, I like that. I like mentorship. Are you open to mentoring young girls?
Yes.
Just to open up the discussion. Are you open to on a personal level? Are you opening up to mentoring young girls who want to make it
Yes.
in there?
I am open to that because, I believe there's a seed of greatness in each and every one of us. And
Yes.
you just need that, someone to just help you to tap into it.
Mm,
So
mm.
mentorship, I'd gladly do it with a
Ah,
passion.
with a
Because
passion.
I want to, yes, I want people to reach their full potential. That is what I
Uh,
want. I want
yes.
everyone to reach their full potential. So if it means me helping them, I'd gladly do that. That's the type of legacy that I'd like to live. Help
To
people reach their full potential, to believe in themselves more than anything
more than
and
anything.
not rely on people, for everything. Rather have them know that, they are capable, they are more than capable.
Mm, mm.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing. You already answered the other question. What would you like your legacy to be? There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you
Yes.
have it. And
Yeah, to
then
help people reach their full potential.
reach their full potential. Amazing stuff. And then going back to the technicalities of the pageant, you were Mrs. United Nations South Africa in 2020. Are you required to keep contact with the pageants afterwards, after you are done, especially after winning? You're the queen, you're the first princess, second princess. Are you required to keep up or do something in terms of, keeping your legacy alive with the pageants and everything else?
Yes, you are required to,
Hmm.
but unfortunately, once you enter another pageant, you have to resign.
That's the one thing that I've been asking myself all this time then. So when you move from one to the other, like, is it a completely resign, I'll never go back? Even that one outreach that was close to your heart, you're not allowed to go back to it after your year of reign.
Yeah, you have to resign. But as I've said, it's the title, fine. It's a title, Mrs. Um, SA United Nations. It's a title,
Yes.
but at the end of the day, I know my purpose in life. I know that
Okay.
I've been called to serve. So
Mm,
even if the title can go away, but I
mm,
know my purpose. My purpose is to serve. That's what I've been called
mm.
to do. Mm.
Okay, it makes sense now because I was also looking at the Miss South Africa page the other day. They were announcing that Zoe is going to come back to do backstage interviews. I know Liesel Lowry has done backstage interviews before, and then the other Miss South Africas and the other first princess and the second princesses, we're not seeing them anymore. So that's where I wanted to
Mm.
go. Like, is it personal choice, or are you called by the pageant organization on its own? Like, if you would have your own pageant, running your own pageant, and then for this year you want something to be done, can you call back your previous queens to come and do something, or do they make themselves available as well? So that's where I was going with this. So you do have the option. Is it optional to resign, and then you could come back, you could go back to live out the purpose that you want to serve?
Yeah, it's the organizer is the one who decides if they want to, you know. But when you resign with dignity, you tell them that,
Mm,
okay, I've served my time. I'm grateful for the opportunity. And there's another pageant that I'd like to enter. And with your blessing, if it's okay, if they
mm,
tell you that, okay, it's fine, you can go ahead. But then you tell them that if they do need you for any other services, to do
mm.
something, you are willing to come back,
Yes. Yes.
yes, to keep that relationship. So it's not like you are
Mm.
resigning and then, yeah, I'm done. I don't want anything to do with them.
Sharp. Bye
No,
bye.
it's not like that. You thank them for the opportunity, that you've been with them. they I mean they gave you that platform, you know, to be able to use that platform to serve. So when
All right.
you resign, they are the ones who will decide that, okay, it's fine. Is if we do need you, we'll call you or whatever, but you still have that relationship with them.
With thing. All right. No, understandable. Now I understand how everything works out. And then please tell us about your experience this past weekend at the grand finale of Mrs. Universe Africa. The stage looked nerve-wracking. Like it was out of this world. How was all of that? Like just genuinely, how was everything?
Sure, it was, that was the best feeling ever. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. You know, getting on that stage, I was nervous a bit. But, the minute the crowd starts to cheer you, like you get that, that confidence, that boldness that you go, and then after that, it's all about having fun. You just enjoy yourself. You even forget that you are there. It's a competition now. They'll be crowning. It was just all about fun. All
Oh,
about
nice.
fun. It was the
All
best
about
feeling ever.
fun.
Best feeling ever. If I could redo it again, I'd gladly do so.
I saw the videos last week with the preliminary week and stuff, and it looked like everyone was literally having fun. I couldn't wait for the grand finale, and yeah, well done, and congratulations once again. We were excited when you made it to the finals, and like you said, you already have that crown in your head when you enter the pageant.
And the other thing, one other great thing about pageantry is that you get to meet great women. You start this sisterhood, something that is like the bond is just amazing because you meet them during the start of the journey and then you just have that special bond, that sisterhood. So that's one great thing that one takes also from the pageantry.
Yes,
The
amazing.
sisterhood.
And then moving forward, where do you see pageantry taking you?
Oh.
Like, yeah, guys, yeah, guy, like, yeah, guy.
I'd love to have my own pageant, where
That's
I'll
nice.
be taking, yes, that's one of my dreams, to have my own pageant where I'll be taking the winner to international, to go and compete internationally. That's one thing that I'd really love.
That's really nice. That would be awesome. And the other day we were talking about international franchises. Actually, this is a nice way to introduce our topic for Thursday. We're talking about international franchises. Like, how does one bring them to South Africa to say that, okay, we know that internationally they have Teen Universe, for example. So how do you buy a license to come and bring it to South Africa so you can take them internationally? So yeah, I know the perfect candidate, and that's you.
Yes, so I'm busy doing a bit of research on that,
Yes.
How to get a license.
How to
So
get a
that's what I'm
license.
working on.
We're chatting about it, and we're thinking it